I'd like to first of all start by welcoming everybody here today. My name is Adeolu Akinyemi, and I lead a number of businesses. And what I want to talk about today very quickly is how to position for your next opportunity. And I'll just be taking a cue from the previous speaker. We'll be talking about essentially how to get positioned to get jobs and to get scholarships leveraging on social media. So the real crux of our conversation will be around how do we get those jobs? How do we get those scholarships? How do we leverage on social media platforms to have this happening? And I think there's already a lot said about the details of how to apply the fees and all those kind of things. So I'll be taking it from a bird's eye view of looking at, okay, I want to get jobs, I want to get jobs, I want to get scholarship opportunities. Where do I go? What exactly do I need to do? Okay, so very quickly, I'm going to ask a question and I would like our answers. I'm trying to see how I can possibly get to see our comments as we progress with this. But I think we're going to take it as we progress. So which of these do you agree with? A, there are plenty of opportunities, but not enough people. Or B, there are plenty of people, but not enough opportunities. Okay, which of these do you think, which of these do you think is real? A, there are plenty of opportunities, not enough people, or B, there are plenty of people, but not enough opportunities. I'd like you to answer the question, either put it in the chat box or, answer A if you are there and I can hear you, answer A or answer B. Do you think there are plenty of opportunities and not enough people, or do you think there are plenty of people and not enough opportunity? Okay. Now, typically, the way we engage and the way we converse around these spaces always usually sounds like we believe that there is plenty of people and not enough opportunities. Okay, somebody says B. Okay, somebody says A. So I can see that we are divided on our answers. Okay, but what exactly is the truth? The truth here, for real, is the fact that there are plenty of opportunities and not enough people. Okay, the reality of what's happening on ground in our space is that there are plenty of opportunities, but we do not have enough people. Now, why did I say that? That's because if you look out there, many jobs, there are still many job vacancies out there. It means they have not found the right people. There are still many scholarship opportunities out there. They've not found the right people. That the real deal is not whether opportunities exist or not. Opportunities exist, but opportunities are not looking for everybody. Opportunities are looking for a particular kind of people. Okay, a particular kind of people are being sought after for those opportunities, and it's those kind of people that I want to talk about quickly today and say, what, social media is a highway to opportunities. Okay, in Nigeria, out of the last count, we have 109 million internet users. We have about 90 million people on WhatsApp, and we have about 36 million on Facebook. Of course, Facebook is like the biggest social media platform out there. But of course, if you begin to scale down from Facebook, you have Twitter next, you have Instagram next, you have LinkedIn next, you have, and it goes on like that. But social media is a highway. What does this mean? It means via social media, you can reach loads of people. Okay. But the question is, how can you utilize this platform to reach these people? And what exactly are you reaching people with? Okay, so the world is changing. Back in my own days in school, the things you needed to do to get opportunities and to get scholarships are slightly different, but they use the exact same mechanics. The mechanics are the same. There are slight differences based on trends, based on realities. Back in our own days, there was no Facebook, there was no the internet penetration wasn't that deep. WhatsApp did not exist. Okay, all of this exists, and it just basically plugs you into a fast highway of meeting people. It means your profile now can become visible to millions of people in Nigeria and across the world if you know how to leverage the systems you have properly. So if you are here today and you are listening and you are in 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, whatever level you are in, you need to be asking yourself, how do I ensure that I can leverage this highway to send across the value that I have all across the world? Now, someone says, how do people hear about opportunities? Somebody did a research, JobVite did a research in 2019, and discovered that 50% of the respondents heard about jobs from friends. 50% heard about the jobs from their friends. 37% says they learned about it from professional networks. 35% said they found out about the jobs from social media. Now let's analyze these numbers. We have about 50% say it's from their friends. Now, if it's from your friend via email or your friend via Facebook or via social media, your friend is a social connection. Okay, it can be with the conventional media or it can be with the new kind of media called social media, or your friend is, a connection. Talks about professional networks. These are connections as well. You talk about social media. This is social media. So essentially, majority of the job opportunities or scholarship opportunities out there are, you can access them by connections, by relationships, by communicating with other people, by social media, professional networks, and friends. Now, if I know that this is where the opportunity lies, where do I want to be? Do I want to be hiding somewhere in Kwara State or hiding somewhere in Osun State? Or do I want to be able to ensure that wherever it is that I'm schooling, wherever it is that I'm physically present, I am making sure that I'm visible in the marketplace, that my value is something that people can access from different parts of the world. Okay, I believe you agree with me that you want to be visible, you want to be in those places. Now, how exactly do these social media elements, how do they plug in together? This analysis also showed that these are the way these channels are. Now, these channels are not the biggest channels, but they're the biggest channels for job seekers. They're the biggest channels for scholarship finders as well, because there's a bit of a correlation in those two trends. So, top sites for recruitment are LinkedIn. LinkedIn, about 72% of people said LinkedIn was the channel they used most for recruitment. Okay, Facebook, 60% of the people said they also use Facebook. So that means there's an overlap between LinkedIn and Facebook. Then Twitter, 38%, Instagram, 37%, Glassdoor, which is not very popular in Nigeria, which is a completely job-oriented social media site, does 36%, and YouTube, yes, YouTube does 27%. Now, these are tools that are effective for scholarship and job seekers. You want to be able to learn how to use this. You want to be on these platforms. Now, let me ask you a quick question, and I think I'd like to get to the page so that I can see your answers. I hope you are seeing my slide, though. And I am not seeing my slide now that I've removed it. Okay, but the question I want to ask you, for example, is which of these platforms are you present on? Which of these platforms are you using? And what are you using it for? Because it's not just sufficient to use the platforms, it's important to use the platforms for for the right objectives. Now, many people are sabotaging themselves based on the platforms that they are using. So, are you on LinkedIn? If you are here and you're on LinkedIn, you can give me a thumbs up. Okay, for those who are directly plugged to the system. For those who are watching in the crowd, if you are on LinkedIn, you can wave your hand. Somebody that is watching, everybody can give me an idea of how many percentage of the people are waving their hands. If you are on LinkedIn, wave your hands. If you are on Twitter, can do a thumbs up. If you're active on those channels, Facebook, of course, most of the people here, I'm sure, are on Facebook. Although I hear now that this generation is not Facebook, this generation is Instagram. Facebook is where the teachers and the lecturers are. Instagram is where the students are. It's all right, but essentially, if you want to position yourself for your next opportunity, you also want to be in the spaces where you can be found. You want to be in the places where the recruiters are. You want to be in the places where the scholarship board members are. You want to be in the spaces where they can see you, because that's where you want to be able to showcase a little bit of what you are doing. Okay, I'm going back to my screen again very quickly. I hope just alert me if you have seen it. If you can see my screen, if you can see my slide, can you see my slide? Somebody can unmute and let me know if you can see my slide, because I'm moving from slide off and on. I want to be sure that you can
Yes,
see.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir. We can see your.
So, how do I leverage social media? And I put here, leveraging social media is the easy part. Okay, it's the easy part. This is the easy part. Okay, I'll tell you which one is not the easy part shortly. So, what do you need to do to leverage social media to enhance your opportunity, to enhance your capacity to get a job, to enhance your capacity to get a scholarship, to enhance your capacity to get even funding for your business? One, present your best self. Okay, you must know that while you are on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and why you can choose to be somebody who is demonstrating violence, or who is basically just being lewd or aggressive or sexually or whatever, or tuned up in different ways. Understand that this same social media that you're using to have fun and entertain your friends and entertain yourself your prospective job employers will check through your profile. They will search for you, they will look for you, and if what you have positioned in the social media space is not your best self, you are already getting your score. So you have applied for a job as a media consultant somewhere, you've applied for a job as a developer somewhere, you've applied for a job as somebody in mass communication somewhere, and the person is going through your CV and they have the urge to go online and search. They will look for your Facebook profile, your Instagram profile, your Twitter feed. They'll check you up on TikTok and a few places, or YouTube if you are in the presentation and media space. And what they find is already scoring you votes, positive or negative. The question I'm asking you today is, how are you presenting yourself on social media? Are you presenting yourself in your best light? Okay. Number two, are you active about your passions? If you are passionate about something, on your social media pages is where somebody should be able to look at you and find that passion. If you love teaching, then you should show yourself teaching. If you love creating, then you should be talking about the things you have created. Be active when it comes to your passions. Let it show. Because for scholarships, many scholarships are direction towards passions, towards what people want to do. People who are giving you scholarships are taking a bet on your future. They are saying this person will be great in the future based on the passions that they have. We want to have a part to play in that story. One of the things you can do with social media is begin to be visible about the things you are passionate about. Okay. Number three, look for scholarship opportunities. The internet is such a different place today. You can easily go on Google, go on Facebook, go on LinkedIn, and search for keywords, and a lot of value will pop out. Okay, these are the days where nobody can say I don't have access to the market, I don't know what is happening, because you can search. Okay, it's just how you refine your questions, how you ask intelligent questions will throw up good answers. So go out there looking for opportunities, look for social scholarships, look for job opportunities. There are companies, ladies and gentlemen, imagine this. There are companies that on their social portals, if you go there, they give scholarships. There's a company I was looking at, they give scholarships every week based on who gave the best responses to their questions in the course of that week. Okay, I'll get the details and send it to your coordinator so they can send to you. But there are different social scholarship sites of people who are looking for people who are actively involved in different courses, who are responding to particular topics, who are showing interest in those areas. Look for those scholarships. Okay, number four, go beyond Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Go beyond the surface, go beyond having a profile. Look for groups to join. Okay, look for groups that are interested in particular courses. Look for groups that are interested in some particular scholarships. Move from Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, which is basically social, into places like LinkedIn, where you can begin to share your professional profile, training you have attended, training you're attending. Move into Glassdoor, move into those spaces where the things you're looking for are present. Okay, and then if you are hearing me today, go back to your socials, look for the things that can work against you. Okay, so if you're somewhere there where you're twerking, for example, and the kind of job you want to get is not where you need to be a professional twerker, you want to go there and delete those feeds. If you're already talking, if you are lewd, if you are vulgar, if you have expressed things that are supposed to be funny, make your friends laugh, but has the capacity to irritate people who want to consider you for a scholarship or a job, you want to go over your feed and begin to clean up. Okay, audit your socials, eliminate what can work against you, because the same way you can leverage it is the same way it can work against you in the wrong direction. Okay, so we've said that the social media is a highway to a load of possibilities, a highway to value. Millions of eyeballs are watching. Your profile, your brand can be visible. But this is the easy part. Okay, the part that I think is consistent throughout all generations is what exactly is the product you're selling? What is your differentiator? Okay, so when we talk about social media, we're talking about the place where your value can be seen. When we talk about social media, we're talking about you can promote, you can be your number one hype man, you can promote the value that you have. But guess what? If the product you have is a bad product, then every promotion you do will only get people to know very quickly how horrible a person you are. If you have no skill set and you are promoting yourself and you are using social media, people will discover very quickly how unskilled you are. Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to ensure that this product called you, that you want to use social media to use to attract jobs, to use to attract scholarships, is a good product. You need to work on yourself. Okay, and in case you're wondering, how do I work on myself? Working on yourself doesn't mean getting a first class alone, doesn't mean getting good grades alone. Good grades are good. Okay, but you need to work on your content. Who are you? Who is the brand called you? And how do you ensure that you are a good product that can leverage social media. You need to begin to, while you are in school, begin to build your own brand. Okay, begin to build a sense of vision for yourself, a sense of value, sense of direction, a sense of mission, the things that you are begin to accumulate and grow your profile. And how do you do that? I have a few things here that you can do to begin to grow your profile and begin to grow your reach. One, volunteer. You are there in school, there's a club, there's this summit that's going on. For example, there are some people who are students who should be working on this summit, who should be saying, what can we help to do? How can we set up the projector? How can we set up the Zoom link? How can we set this up on YouTube? How can we publish it in different places? How can we get the recording and broadcast? People need to be thinking here, how can I volunteer to add value? Number two, participate. Okay, there are many things going on your campus. Participate in your departmental association, participate in student unionism, participate in representing your class, participate in class projects, participate. Everything you do is experience. I tell people, experience is not experience because you are paid to do it. Experience is experience because you did it. Okay. 3, lead. Look for opportunities to campaign and lead. Look for opportunities to set a vision for others, galvanize their energy together, engage each other, and run towards the goal. Begin to write. Okay, begin to write about the things you're passionate about. Begin to express yourself, in clear language on the things that you like. So begin to advance your learning, because you become an expert at something, not based on how many books you have read, but based on what you have written, based on what you have created, based on the value you have put out there for what you have learned. And then, of course, number 5, last but not the least, learn. Okay, learn a skill. Because guess what? The product that will be placed on social media, the product that will be promoted, if it's a good product, then it can become viral. If it's a good product, then people can share and share and share. If it's a bad product, then people will find out very quickly how unskilled you are, and it will not make any difference. So work on yourself. Okay, so those are my key thoughts with you this morning. I want us also have a little time together, and then we can have time for questions and answers. Social media is a highway to a lot of value. The question is, what exactly are you pushing on that highway? Okay, what value are you driving on that highway? What exactly are you doing? And are you building up your own skill set? So while I was in school, for example, in my 100 level, I was leading a group. In my 200 level, I was leading an organization that helped people with the academics. By my 3rd year, I had done a drama, organized with 2 people to organize the drama that we did, and charge people for the drama. People came to watch. We made money. We also, demonstrated our acting skills. By 400 level, I was leading 2 units. By 500 level, I was president of my departmental association. Basically keeping active in school. So by the time you finish your job profile, your profile is already huge. Your resume is already filled with a lot of things you have done. There's a lot of grounds to question you and ask you, how did you do this? What did you do when this happened? When you are going for your interviews? And for the scholarships, if you have done all those things very well as well, then it's easy for you, because scholarships are looking for top 5%, yes, top 1%. Jobs are looking for top percent. And it's not only top in academics, because you don't want to hire a nerd who all he's doing in the office is reading. You want to hire somebody who has a track record of getting things done. People want to support people who they know are likely to make it, because in the opportunity they had for 4 years in university, this was how they spent that time. This is how they invested that time, and this is how they got value out of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, social media is a highway to millions of people, but you can only sell what you have. Thank you very much.
As-salatu was-salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Subhan